Hello and welcome back to Metro Ball Grid. My name is Andre. Thanks so much for tuning in. It's currently Sunday, March the 5th, and we are mulliganing this hand because we're playing next and we want more ice. Ooh, that's not great. Maybe that is okay. We are playing, we're playing 3 next decks. We're trying out 3 different next decks. I found a Netrunner DB. Apparently some of them have been winning, store championships, so that's really exciting. Otherwise, the cards from Dataless Complex aren't either on or implemented on Jinteki.net, so that's why we're not playing Jemison or Maw or any of that stuff. We're gonna put these 2 pieces of ice down. This one's good to rush behind, and I think we want to rush an accelerated beta test. And this one we probably want on R&D. Yeah, they could win. Actually, no, HQ. Probably HQ, because we don't know what we're gonna draw into. Thanks. You too. So this is new remote. This is Motel 6, and it's called that because it has free ice. This thing says, when you're finished, click next guarding the net to draw cards back up to your 5-card hand size. And, oh, you click it here. Oh, I get it now. And we're off. Sweepspeak opening hand is really good. I think what we want to do is we want to put sweeps. We want to put this agenda in the remote, and in theory, oh, it's a fun one. And we can also double ice this remote, and I think that's kind of way to go. We will lose to medium, specifically because we don't have an ice for R&D, so maybe that's overkill. But 100% we want to get this in the remote. And I think we want to double ice it. Just because of this fires, this means free ice. I think it means free ice, right? We'll see. We'll see. We can also afford to res all this stuff and still resing accelerated beta test or scoring accelerated beta test. And that's what we call the medium. Cool thing here is the medium is actually going to like trash with Whizzard all our trashable cards and steal all the agendas, which makes accelerated beta test actually safer to fire, which is kind of an interesting interaction. And they went the way we thought they would. And so we're going to fire this, and we know we're not losing agendas. It also makes the R&D dig deeper though. So if we do not find an ice, we're in a pretty crappy spot. We're also running a whole bunch of ice that isn't. Oh, okay, let's fire this. We're running a whole bunch of ice that doesn't stop the medium, so pray for the best. Running 20 ice. Yeah, always gotta fire this. And fuck, that's bad. Oofa doofa. I think we just lost. I think we just lost. We just all our money, an agenda. Now they're seeing 4 fresh cards up top of R&D. Well, it's been fun. They realized we drew the ice. So they're going to see a lot of cards. And not only is it a problem because they're going to steal the agendas, but we don't have a way to break this lock. Like, we're going to purge, and no matter what, we're not going to be able to see an agenda between the next couple turns. We could have also, of course, put the Fairchild on R&D instead of HQ. But, seems pretty bad. Now, normally I say don't purge unless you can keep them out. Oh, fuck. But we can purge here because there's no way they're going to see that far down. Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. And safe. Not even close. Oh, they have another, and you have another click. Welp. Okay, well, save the friendly BM until they've used all their clicks. So they can run R&D, see another card. This deck list isn't running. By the way, this is the deck list. It's by someone named Mustard Joe. This deck list isn't running Cyberdex Virus Suite, so if we need a purge. Is there anything trashable in your deck? Yes. There is. There's 3 Jacksons. That's basically all we have. They could run Archives and win. They don't know that, right? There's a Bifrost in Archives. But I think they might think that they saw everything that we accelerated beta test, so their math might be off. And fuck. We good. We're okay. Let's drop. Rototurret's better. They might assume that we're playing the next bronze here. We might have actually not wanted to play that hedge fund. Just so that HQ, because it's 1 in whatever. Now 1 in 3 in HQ, and this ice doesn't technically end the run. Again, if they run Archives, we lose. But they've put themselves pretty far behind considering they went in on the medium. Like next turn, 100% we have to purge. Unless they run into this thing and the roto hits them. And fuck yeah. Heck yes. Roto turret. Thanks, bud. So that's exactly what we needed. That bought us a turn, let alone trash the medium, so we don't have to deal with that for a while. And the problem is, like, we didn't we didn't do the math really well, so I don't know how many cards later down in the deck they saw, but we're actually a pretty good spot to score the Project Vitruvius, and we want to overadvance the Project Vitruvius just so that we can get the Bifrost Array down and out of archive so that we can actually fire the thing. Again, so that we can also fire another accelerated beta test, which is more likely to work now considering they've seen most of R&D. So let's get this into server 1 and let's advance it once. It's unlikely they get through the server, even if they pop down Faust. Well, they actually don't have the money to pop down Faust. They went down to 0 credits. And if we score this, we are now safe on archives, and we actually might be holding on here. I don't want to oversell it just yet. Don't want to oversell it. Street Peddler can always be a problem. They have no money though, so not much to respect. They could, like, if this deck is running Street Peddler into Temujin, and if they're clicking for credits, that might be the case. They also want to click for credits considering they can't install anything with Earthrise. And let's go, because now if they run archives, we will get that thing out of there. And that's really good, because they could have ran archives and won the game. Earthrise, 2 cards. Street Peddler, 3 cards underneath. Let's see what flavor of Whizzard they're playing. Some play Faust. The Dumble Fork variant is what it's generally referred to. It has Cutlery and Faust. Other versions run Temujin and just run the From the Heap Breakers, also very good. A lot of people are divided on which is the best tournament viable deck, and I think they both have strengths and weaknesses. This one's a bit more interesting. It's playing Deuces Wild, so we know they have a Fairchild 2 on HQ, which I don't know if you have to run HQ right now, considering... Well, actually they might. If they didn't find that many agendas in R&D, they might think they're in HQ, but they did find a lot of agendas in R&D, in HQ. I mean in R&D, so I don't know. Running archives, so just in time. And now they might run HQ, right? Because we pulled a card from there. But this card's going to be rough because they don't actually... If they double click through this, it's not that bad. So maybe they run HQ now for the 1 and 4. I don't know. We could also play safe and just Biotic out this Bifrost Array, but I'm pretty sure that this server looks okay. Unless they're running Faust. Because we got these cards in the backwards order for Faust. I don't know, did we put these both down on the same turn? Because we should have planned better. For Faust, you want the next bronze on the outside, just so the next silver has 2 subroutines when they hit it. So we goofed that. I don't remember if we did that all in one turn or that we built sequentially. Black Orchestra on the table, so now they can get through next bronze. Okay. Okay. Alright. I think we want to fire that. I think, so what's better to put on here? If we put a next silver, a next bronze, it means the last next bronze will be strength 3, which means they have to boost this. No, it doesn't matter. So I think the next silver is better. If we put this on here, we'll be down at 765 credits, so we can actually afford. This is 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 to score this. So I think we just click for credits. And hope we can get the server in. A lot of times they will. If they saw we're running Fairchild, they'll want to run first click, which is pretty good. Considering stuff. Considering it doesn't let them get their breakers out. I just said considering stuff. Oh man, the commentary on this channel is really good, huh? Another Street Peddler is another thing we'll have to respect. And I think we just might have broken the R&D lock. So firing this might be risky, but I think we're in such a bad spot that we might have to. The thing is, if we draw a 2-pointer, we just win off of Biotic Labor, assuming there's no clot or source under these peddlers, which there could be considering this deck seems a bit more... Oh, there we go. There's the Temujin Archives, and they threw out En Passant. So this deck is a bit more aggressive. And now they have all the money in the world, so I'm thinking we need another piece of ice of R&D, and then we win with the Biotic Labor. So fuck it, let's fire this. Okay, actually think about this, right? So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So there's 12 more pieces of ice in R&D. I don't want to lose off of this. We've come so far, like we pulled it back. I don't know if we want to lose off of this. And I think we are going to break R&D lock. I think we already have. So I'm actually tempted not to fire it. Just because if we draw a 2-point agenda, we win. And they're definitely going to check archives anyways because they have the Temujin. So I'm afraid we're not going to fire this one. It's a bit of a bummer, I'm aware, but we're also 1 credit short of being able to Biotic next turn. But that's kind of how it goes now. The best thing they can do is pop down to medium and run through that rototurret. Parasite the rototurret is a likely line of attack too. And maybe Deja Vu for the medium, get another medium down. So we just need to get credits up. Yeah, they're going to run archives. That was a mistake. I think they fire the ABT. And we need another piece of ice on here because this is the only server we lose off of. Another Biotic is good. If we draw once. Okay, so we've got a free magnet. What What's the most annoying piece of ice to put on the server? I think it is Architect. Actually, maybe it's not Architect because they'll assume that they need a Sentry Breaker anyways before they run this, so the Architect won't matter. And it's not like they're going to be running Mongoose. So I think Magnet's actually pretty good. Magnet costs 3 to break with this, so maybe we want a barrier. Just because they don't have an answer to that just yet. And Magnet is non-parasitable, but that's fine. That's fine. We are also running corporate sales team, so there's a reason why you want to keep 2 biotics. Just if we have 12 credits, we can fast advance to 4-2. We're a bit far away from that, but things are okay. I also don't know whether it's worth stopping. Oh fuck, now our ice is gonna get trashed. So that Magnet was good. Why did we throw out the Magnet? Of course his deck was running Cipher. So I don't know whether it was worth stopping the Cipher, this Temujin. Because we only need 2 more credits, and they also threw out their paperclip, so nothing is sacred. We would have got a free pop-up. That's something. Let's drop. That's the agenda, so as long as they don't get it out of HQ, we win. Yeah. Yeah, we just can't res ice this turn. So if they run HQ 5 times, or 4 times, maybe we lose. Hope we pull this one off. Because we've come really far. So that is a Vamp. Motherfucker. So 100% we res this, and then they'll just run R&D. So Vamp is to be expected if they're playing Temujin that hard. I think Vamp is pretty in meta right now. Black Acres are on the table. They could also just Cipher Parasite this and go nuts on HQ. And it's going to be a while of clicking for credits before we can biotic this out. So this is like the smallest dent for them. Pay 4, so we have no money. Like, Vamp is so good. I don't understand why people haven't been playing Vamp forever. It was like the biggest card in the Montreal meta. And forked, so they're going to trash this ice too, and now they're just going to medium down, probably under Street Peddler, and just kind of hopefully not win the game. Oh, but they need to break this. Oh, MK Ultra. Okay. On Street Peddler. And we click for credits, we'll get this up, but they break this for not much. And they found the one trashable card in the deck. That's good for Whizzard. Run again, and now we just click for credits, and like we have a gamble here. Do we click for credits to oh, well, GG. Woof, I thought we had that. That's a bummer. Not a lot of counterplay against Vamp besides running Vitruvius. Running Crisium Grid. And that's why, I don't know, I'm not the biggest fan of Vamp, just because if the runner has more money than you generally lose the game. And runners, it's very easy to get more money than you. There's just not a lot of cards to deal with it. There's also that, like, what's it called? That Bank Vault, Sealed Vault, but that's so marginal. It's like one of the penultimate, this is a silver bullet card, it does nothing else cards that I'm not a big fan of. Yeah, it helps with the count siphon too, but everything else that Vamp works doesn't work off of that. Anyways, thanks so much for watching. This has been Next Motel 6, which we've in rural Nebraska, which we've not been able to rush through twice with so far. So I think we're gonna move on to the next deck. Thanks so much for watching. Stay tuned. We got videos every weekday night, and Thursday, 8:45 Eastern, there's a live stream, and we're back in doing gentechie.net this week, so maybe you'll drop by. Ciao.